Coming up on First at 4, a former Harlan County basketball star is in the hospital after an incident with fireworks. And about this time 25 years ago, President Bill Clinton was in downtown Hazard. We'll remember his trip to the mountains.
And we had severe thunderstorm watches and some warnings earlier today. Now that is starting to push its way through. We'll time out the rest of the evening coming up in a few minutes.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, severe storms have been moving across the region this afternoon. There are scattered power outages and some trees down, but no significant damage is being reported so far. This is a First Alert Weather Day, and meteorologist Eric Dean joins us.
Good evening, Steve. Good evening, everybody. We do have a couple of advisories on the map to talk about. First of all, this one right here, this is in the form of a flash flood warning. Flash flood warning is in effect for Pike County. This goes into effect until 6 o'clock or 6:15 this evening. 9,263 people approximately are affected. This is going from Phelps down to the Feds Creek area. This impacts Highway 460, Highway 1499, and Highway 632. We have one county left under a severe thunderstorm watch, and that goes until 7 o'clock, and that is for Logan County. Again, Logan County in West Virginia. That is a severe thunderstorm watch again until 7 o'clock this evening. We did get some storm reports in. This one is over towards the East Bernstadt area. This is a tree down on the Little Arthur Ridge Road near East Bernstadt. That is wind damage there. We did get a wind gust earlier of 44 miles per hour towards the Quicksand area. And this one, this is a public report via social media of a utility pole broken and trees down on Lick Branch Road in the Noctur community again. So we are seeing some damage being picked up across eastern Kentucky due to this line of storms. And now it's starting to push out of eastern Kentucky. Coming up in the First Alert forecast, we'll talk more about this system as well as a look into the weekend. That's coming up in a few minutes. Steve.
Eric, thank you. Severe storms also hit parts of the state yesterday. Governor Beshear is touring damage in the West Louisville area this afternoon. An EF1 tornado touched down there on Independence Day. There are no reports of injuries, but some homes and power lines were damaged. Another tornado swept through Harrison County in southern Indiana, causing some damage there.
Now, unfortunately, we have seen a number of tornadoes, a number of natural disasters in recent years, and we're thankful that we have avoided the worst with this severe weather. But there is damage, and damages to homes, damage to trees, the fences that are down.
Governor Beshear there with the Louisville mayor behind him. That was just a couple hours ago. Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins was out Friday morning as well surveying the damage, and she estimates about 20 people were displaced in her district. There is not an official estimate yet, but the Red Cross is currently assisting people at the Shawnee Baptist Church. Well, you can always stay on top of the severe weather and any alerts by downloading the WYMT weather app. Just scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera. It will take you to where you can download the app. It's free for both Android and iPhone users. A standout basketball player for Harlan County, the team that made it to the Sweet 16 championship, is in the hospital after an incident involving fireworks. WYMT's Armando Berry is live at UK Hospital with what we've learned so far. Armando?
Hey Steve, it certainly wasn't the 4th of July weekend that anyone wished for in Harlan County. Here's what we know so far. UK Healthcare confirmed to WYMT at 11:30 a.m. that Reggie Cottrell, who was a starter on the state runner-up Harlan County boys basketball team, is in their care at Albert B. Chandler Hospital and is currently in good condition. Earlier this afternoon, Harlan County High School put out a statement via Facebook from Reggie that said, quote, "I appreciate everyone's love and prayers after my accident on Thursday. I underwent surgery Thursday night and am recovering in the hospital. I am overwhelmed by the support for me and my family from Harlan County, the 13th region, and the entire state of Kentucky." Many fellow Harlan Countyans, like boys basketball head coach Kyle Jones and other teammates, came to the hospital today to check up on Reggie. We will continue to monitor the situation, but for now, reporting from Lexington, Armando Berry, WYMT Mountain Sports.
Armando, obviously Trent Noah got a lot of attention on that team last season, but Reggie was a big part of that team as well, right?
Absolutely. Reggie was a tough glue guy. He was diving on loose balls. He was the Dennis Rodman to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen on that team, to give an analogy for that.
Yeah, obviously also known for that long hair too. Armando, thank you very much. Now the family has said they did not want to do any interviews today. We hope to have more information coming up at 6, and we of course wish Reggie full and speedy recovery. In addition to the incident in Harlan, we also know at least 2 people were injured due to fireworks in Knott County. Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson posted on social media that 2 people, including a firefighter, were injured during a fireworks display last night at the Knott County Sportsplex. WYMT's Madison Carmouche is in Knott County this afternoon, and she'll have an update on that coming up later on Mountain News. 25 years ago this afternoon, former President Bill Clinton made a historic visit to eastern Kentucky. The president stopped in Jackson County, and then thousands of people came to downtown Hazard to hear the president speak on a very hot day. The visit was part of his New Markets tour, and eastern Kentucky was the first stop. Clinton shared his plan to incentivize businesses that move into rural areas in an effort to bring more jobs to those areas. Former Kentucky Governor Paul Patton was there with the president that day, and he says he remembers it as a good day for the state.
It was a happy mood. Anytime you have the president in your community, it's a time to celebrate. And he announced a program that offered help for many people in eastern Kentucky, and we were all for that. So it was a win-win day as far as I'm concerned.
Patton, who talked to us today from Pikeville, is now 87. He says he believes more jobs did come to eastern Kentucky after that visit. Today also marks 8 years since a notable space anniversary. On July 5th, 2016, the Juno spacecraft arrived at Jupiter after a nearly 5-year journey. Juno was launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station on August 5th, 2011. Aboard the spacecraft were 9 scientific instruments that allowed Juno to investigate the existence of a solid planetary core, measure the amount of water and ammonia in the planet's deep atmosphere, map Jupiter's intense magnetic field, and observe the planet's auroras. Prominent Laurel County businessman Garth Rex Greer has died. He died Tuesday at the age of 85. Under his leadership, Elmo Greer & Sons helped construct I-75 in addition to more than 1,000 miles worth of roads from Pennsylvania to Arkansas. Even with all the things Greer accomplished in the business world, many say he'll be remembered for how he treated others.
He lived out his faith, and to the best of his ability, he done what was right. And I think that's what we all ought to strive to do. And to not only love our family, but love our community and love the less fortunate.
Greer's funeral service is at 11 a.m. tomorrow at House Rawlings Funeral Home Chapel in London. There's a visitation tonight at 6, also at the funeral home. Coming up on First at 4, a former Kentucky pastor accused of sex crimes was in court today. We'll tell you what happened.
And we're keeping an eye on a line of showers and thunderstorms pushing through eastern Kentucky. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. Stay with us.